Let's talk about the Projekt Alternative house under Perfumology. So I was really curious about this house. It's the brainchild of Mohit Khatri, who is also a fragrance reviewer, but I think at this point he reviews fragrances and also has this huge fragrance business. So I wanted to really get a take on this house. It's out of India, and I'll just give you my honest experience with this house. So this house here, I went on to Perfumery AE. I've done at this point 2 orders from them. So one was for the Royal Oud, or Oud Royal that they have, which is an inspiration, and I wanted to sample their set under Projekt Alternative under Perfumology. Sorry, not Perfumology, under Perfumologist. Perfumology is another company altogether, so my apologies. So my experience with them, I would say, has been average. So I'll tell you the good about it, okay? The good about it is that they have a wide selection of fragrances from a variety of their own houses, and also Afnan and a bunch of other houses as well under Perfumery AE. So the first order that I made, they messed up the order and they sent me, out of the 4 fragrances, they sent me 2 correct ones and 2 incorrect ones. So I reached out to them, human error happens, it's not a big deal. And they were kind enough to send me the 2 other fragrances of Oud Royal that I had ordered. So I said it was all good, and then I ordered this a sample set. So under Projekt Alternative, you'll see there's a bunch of fragrances, and kudos to you guys if you're watching this, Perfumologist. Kudos to you because you have excellent creations of several fragrances that I think other houses haven't even thought about, and you've gone in different directions. So you are providing, you are filling a gap, you are filling a vacuum within the fragrance industry for inspirations that other houses haven't looked at. So kudos to you, hats off to you for doing that. However, I was super excited. This is what it comes in. Okay, Perfumologist. Very nice packaging. It says Perfumery on the side. It says Perfumologist here. And when you open it, okay, all the fragrances are here, right? Very nice in terms of the casing. I don't know, I think this is like 3 mils or so. I'm not sure. I'll put in the comments below how many mils it is. But it does give you a very good idea about the fragrance that you've ordered. The problem is that none of these fragrances I ordered. None of these. Like, not one of them are fragrances that I ordered. So this is like the second time that I ordered something from Perfumery AE, and they haven't sent me what I wanted, okay? Or what I had ordered, rather. So the deal is I have these, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 8 samples, which are great, which I'm going to review now. However, none of these are the fragrances that I had ordered. So I reached out to them and I explained to them, and this was like a month and a half ago. So I'm still working with them to figure out if I can get my sample set or not. So Perfumery AE, if you are watching this, I appreciate your craftsmanship. I appreciate your professionalism. I think just in terms of feedback from your customers is that, if you could maybe just pay a little bit more caution and to your deliveries, or packing, or wherever there's a gap in the system, that would be great. Because you do have excellent creations. It's just that we're getting things that we really didn't order. So it's just inconvenient for everyone, for the customer and for yourselves, if you do choose to send us replacements or our actual order. Okay, so enough chit chat about Perfumery AE. I'm going to tell you what I received from them. These are excellent. I showed you the box already. It comes in a very solid box, so nothing's going to break on your shipment. These are glass. These are glass decants. I think they're like 3 or 5 mil or so. Super nice, super well done, excellent sprayers. What I like about them is that it's very simple. They have Projekt Alternative. So they have Projekt Alternative, and they have the name of the fragrance, and then they have a QR code, which is kind of cool. So when you scan the QR code, it will take you to the website. I was hoping it would take you to the fragrance, but it does take you to the website, which is a nice touch, and good on you for putting a QR code on here. So the good thing that came out of all of this, the silver lining, is that I can share with you my thoughts on some of these fragrances. Oddly enough, some of them are on the website, some of them are not. So I think they're in a transitional phase right now. But either way, here are my thoughts. Maybe these are not released yet. I don't know, but I received samples of them, so I'll share my thoughts with you. And if you are interested in maybe getting a bigger bottle or maybe trying it out for yourself, you'll have an idea of what's out there, because I haven't found anyone who's actually reviewed this online or on YouTube. So hopefully this will be insightful for you if you are going to be a customer for Projekt Alternative, and just give you some insight and some ideas about their fragrances. Okay, so the first fragrance, because there's a couple of them, I'll go through these quickly, and if you want me to elaborate on any of them, let me know in the comments below, so that I can maybe go into a deep dive with each of these fragrances. So this fragrance is called Vanilla Sky. Okay, so it's called Vanilla Sky. This is a vanilla, which I would say, if you like vanilla fragrances, it's a very pleasant vanilla. It's a gourmand vanilla. It's a safe vanilla. Okay, this is not a vanilla which was going to challenge your nose. It's not Mona di Oreo's Vanille, which is my favorite vanilla. It's not Tobacco Vanille, which is very harsh and abrasive and in your face. This is a very safe, pleasant vanilla. It's a friendly vanilla. No one's gonna get offended by this. I can see how this would, it has vanilla and citrus in the opening. I'm not gonna spray any of these because kudos to Projekt Alternative. These things last forever. These things last for, okay, I'm gonna say days, but a good 10, 11, 12 hours if you're not showering, if you're not washing your hands, if you're not doing any of that stuff. All of these fragrances last for a super long time. Okay, so Vanilla Sky, citrus, vanilla, pleasant, friendly, non-aggressive vanilla. Definitely, if you are a vanilla fragrance lover, I would say you could try this fragrance here. Okay, second fragrance is called Desi Oud, right? Okay, this is a very interesting, I would say interesting oud. I like ouds which are friendly. I like ouds which are like Gucci Intense Oud or or Tom Ford's Oud Wood. So where does this fall in the oud spectrum? In the oud spectrum, I would say this is right smack in the middle. This is a oud where I get some like bright notes in the beginning, in the opening, which are like within like maybe a couple minutes they are gone, and then it is an oud which becomes barnyardy or fecal. So it plays tricks on your nose. This is a oud which is a playful oud where sometimes it's like, oh, okay, this is very fecal, and then sometimes it's very like, okay, this is very interesting, this is very different. It's a very interesting oud. This is an original creation, Desi Oud. You know, so I would say, you know, it's worth a try. It's definitely worth a try because, yeah, I can, like, when would you wear something like this? I honestly don't know. I think this is like one of those fragrances. I definitely won't spring for a full bottle of Desi Oud, but it is, if you are like definitely a hardcore oud lover and you love like really shocking ouds, this is definitely something to look into. You know, this is something where I can see someone enjoying oud. This is what you could definitely try. So this next fragrance, I was pleasantly surprised. It's called THAR. And I reached out to the owner, Mohit Khatri, and he told me this is an inspiration for Andy Tauer's Au Cœur du Désert Marocain. Okay, now oddly enough, I have, oh, it's on the other side. I have Au Cœur du Désert Marocain. Like, let me tell you something. When the predecessor of this, L'Air du Désert Marocain, came out, I want to say, even till this day, you know, when someone says a niche fragrance, I think of that fragrance because it's unlike anything I've ever smelled. And you know, I've tried L'Air du Désert Marocain versus Au Cœur du Désert Marocain. I really enjoyed Au Cœur more for a variety of reasons. But you know what? I don't think I've seen anyone who has made an inspiration of Au Cœur du Désert Marocain. This is very good. Okay? THAR or THAR is excellent in terms of an inspiration of Au Cœur du Désert Marocain. This is a fragrance, wow, you know, well done Projekt Alternative for picking this fragrance, A, and B, for doing justice to the original, because hats off to you. This is definitely, Au Cœur du Désert Marocain will cost you a pretty penny. But this, I think, I'm not sure how much it is. I think it varies and there are sales. I'll put details in the comments, but damn, good job, Projekt Alternative, for, you know, now if you don't know about Au Cœur du Désert Marocain, that is a fragrance which has, it's like you are in a desert, because the translation in French is in the heart of the Moroccan desert, Au Cœur du Désert Marocain, in the heart of the Moroccan desert. And this, it's like, it's got spices, it's got woods, a faint citrus. It's really hard to describe, and that's why I always in my mind associated niche with L'Air du Désert Marocain or Au Cœur du Désert Marocain, because those are just fragrances which are like, you know, you don't find them everywhere. They have a very unique scent profile. They're just a fragrance which really, really stands out, right? So, you know what? If I was gonna recommend anything at this point, I haven't tried everything from their line, but damn, this is really, really good. Well done, Projekt Alternative, for THAR, because it's very close to Au Cœur du Désert Marocain. So this next fragrance, I was surprised because it smells like weed, basically. It smells like Kush, and this, it's called Boom Shankar. Boom Shankar 2.0. Oddly enough, I thought this was an original creation, but when I reached out to Mohit, he told me this was an inspiration of Dark Lord by Killian. I've never smelled that fragrance. This is very, wow. Okay, I don't know when you would wear this, but if you're into that kind of stuff, I didn't even know By Killian made a fragrance that smelled like that. But if you are gonna wear something that smells like this, yeah, try this Boom Shankar out. I don't speak Hindi, but if you know what Boom Shankar, what it means, let me know in the comments below. Like, I've sprayed this on paper, and I'm like really scared of spraying this on skin because I think people might think, okay, yeah, he's smoking something. So that's how accurate this is. But if that's your thing, like, definitely try Boom Shankar out. It's very unique. Also, if you are enjoying this content, a sub would be majestic. Okay, so this next one is called Tuscan Raspberry Leather. Okay, points for originality, I guess. But you know what this is. This is Tuscan Leather by Tom Ford. I don't have that fragrance because I have several of the other inspirations, like Yuqawam and Old Boy. Old Boy, is that what it's called? I can't remember. Whatever. Anyways, very good, right? Tuscan Raspberry Leather, excellent inspiration of what's it called? Of Tuscan leather. You get the raspberry in the opening and you get the leather. Nothing bad to say, no critique to be said about this fragrance. And like I mentioned before, all of these fragrances, they fill a room. So buyer beware. Like, you get, in terms of quality of juice, excellent quality of juice for these fragrances. This is another original creation. It's called Trifecta Lotus. The thing is, I can't find any information about this, so I'm just telling you based off of my experience. This is a floral fragrance, I think, coming from the word lotus. I smell, you know what it reminds me of? It's like if you're going into like a store and it has like an Indian store, for example, that has like spices and maybe they're selling samosas, and it has like that agarbatti, like incense vibe to it. It'd be interesting to know what's actually in this fragrance. It's not something that I am extremely invested in, but I am curious to know, like, what is in this thing? Trifecta Lotus, like, what is it a trifecta of? I think it's like florals. I'm gonna say a little bit of jasmine, a little bit of smokiness, incense in there. Not a bad fragrance. I would say it leans a little bit feminine, but if you like, I guess, lotus and you like florals, this is definitely something that you could check out. The last two fragrances, and this was in no specific order. So this is called Dutch Treat. Okay, so this is called Dutch Treat. I don't know which treat it is that is Dutch, but this is like, you know, when I smelled this, this gave me the vibe that I'm walking into a bakery. It smells like cake. That's what it smells like. It smells like cake, like a good vanilla cake. Ooh, like if you like Serge Lutens Bois Farine, and you like if you love gourmands, you need to try this fragrance, Dutch Treat. Well done. I think it's an original creation. Dutch Treat smells like cake. It smells like vanilla. It smells like a birthday cake. It smells like the frosting. It just smells like a cake, like a very good gourmand moist cake. So here you go. If you are a gourmand lover, this is the one I would go for. This is Dutch Treat. Okay, last fragrance is called Red Smug. This is Mancera's Red Tobacco. I've smelled Mancera's Red Tobacco. Very nice fragrance, okay? The Red Smug does it justice, 100%. This is a fragrance where you get the tobacco, it's friendly, it's pleasant, it's sweet, it's got a very good tobacco leaf note in there. Yeah, just overall a very good tobacco fragrance. If you've never tried red tobacco, if you think along the lines of 1821 Man-Made, maybe a little bit of Burberry London, it's a friendly tobacco. This isn't tobacco oud, this isn't gonna be in your face, this isn't abrasive. This is just like, if you're looking for a good fall, winter, cool days, spring scent, check out Red Smug. They did an excellent job with their inspiration of Mancera's red tobacco. So overall, what do I think about Projekt Alternative? Honestly, just in regards to their fragrances, well done, like well played. I think there are a couple in there that I'm going to get full bottles of. They project, they perform, they have excellent performance, they get compliments if that's your thing. They have a very good catalog. I find that, like, I just checked the website yesterday and I think they have an inspiration of Amouage Ouverture, and they have an inspiration of Amouage's Iris, Interlude Iris. Like, honestly, good on you for getting fragrances which are out of the norm. They have fragrances which everyone else is doing as well, but also they have that gap which they're filling in regards to fragrances that inspiration houses are not doing, are very expensive. People, usually it's out of their budget to get those Xerjoffs or by Kilians, and these, I think they're about $50 or $40, and they have sales. So I think it's definitely worth looking into. It's definitely a house that I would say, you know what? If you're looking for a fragrance in a specific, in all these inspiration houses, but you can't find it, you might find it in Projekt Alternative. Okay, so if you have tried Projekt Alternative, if you've tried any of these fragrances, if you have more information about something within the Perfumery AE line that you think I should check out, let me know. If you've had a better experience than me using Perfumery AE, let me know in the comments below. Maybe I was an isolated incident. Regardless, kudos to Perfumery AE and to Perfumologist and Projekt Alternative in regards to your fragrances. I hope that we see many more fragrances come out of your house. Okay, so let me know in the comments below if you've tried anything that I should try, anything that I should check out, and I'll catch you. And if you haven't subscribed yet, you can always unsubscribe later, but it does help grow this channel, and I'll catch you on the next one.